Hello there. Hopefully, this video will shed a little light on the subject of trauma-informed care, from the perspective of exploring ways it actually works. Imagine walking into a hospital with a broken arm, but instead of treating your injury, the doctor blames you for not being careful enough. That sounds absurd, right? Yet, for so many people who have experienced trauma, this is how the world responds to their pain, by misunderstanding, dismissing, or even punishing their struggles instead of helping them heal. This is where trauma-informed care changes the game. It's not just a buzzword or a trend, it's a revolutionary approach that actually works. Why? Because it recognizes that past trauma impacts present behavior, and instead of asking, "What's wrong with you?" it asks, "What happened to you?" Trauma isn't just about a single bad experience, it changes the brain. Science shows that trauma, especially in childhood, alters brain development, stress responses, and even physical health. When people experience repeated trauma, whether from abuse, neglect, violence, or systemic oppression, it shapes how they see the world. They may react to situations with fear, withdrawal, or aggression, not because they want to, but because their nervous system is in survival mode. Traditional care often ignores this reality. Trauma-informed care, on the other hand, acknowledges how trauma rewires the brain and focuses on healing rather than punishment. This approach helps people feel safe enough to access the care they need without fear of judgment or re-traumatization. Imagine being asked to open up about your struggles to someone who talks down to you or dismisses your pain. Would you trust them? Probably not. That's why trauma-informed care prioritizes safety, trust, and empowerment. When people feel safe, emotionally, physically, and psychologically, they are far more likely to engage in treatment, education, or support systems. Whether in healthcare, education, or criminal justice, trauma-informed practices create spaces where people feel heard and valued. Schools that implement trauma-informed care see lower suspension rates and higher academic performance. Hospitals using this model report better patient outcomes. Even workplaces that embrace trauma-informed care have happier, more productive employees. When we treat people with dignity and care, they thrive. Many systems in our society operate on blame and punishment. If a student lashes out, they're expelled. If someone struggles with addiction, they're arrested. If a person withdraws emotionally, they're labeled as difficult. But punishment doesn't heal pain. Understanding does. Trauma-informed care shifts the focus from fixing people to supporting their healing. Instead of reacting with discipline first, trauma-informed care asks, what led to this behavior? How can we help this person feel safe? What support do they need to heal and succeed? This approach has been proven to reduce recidivism in prisons, improve mental health outcomes, and create stronger, more compassionate communities. Some may think trauma-informed care is only for therapists or social workers, but the truth is, it benefits all of us. Whether you're a teacher, a doctor, a manager, or a parent, understanding trauma makes you more compassionate and effective. Trauma-informed care improves relationships, strengthens families, and creates a culture of healing instead of harm. So why does trauma-informed care work? Because it meets people where they are, helps them feel safe, and empowers them to heal. It recognizes that trauma is real, but so is resilience. When we shift our approach from judgment to understanding, from punishment to support, from fear to healing, lives change. The future is trauma-informed, and the more we embrace it, the more we create a world where people don't just survive, but truly thrive. Thank you for doing your best to apply trauma-informed care not only to your work, but also to your life.